There we go. Welcome back. It is a terrific Tuesday. It always gets even more terrific when we're joined every week by Dan Hernandez from Milestone Capital. Um, your biggest investment in life, folks, is for most people is your home. With all kinds of uncertainty, what's going on with the economy, what's going on with spending, dollar, this, that, the other thing, you're usually safe for the long term in real estate. And Dan Hernandez is with us right now to talk about how home price growth is surging from 2020. What's up, Dan? How are you?
I'm good, John. How you doing?
Life is good. I'm happy to see home prices going up. At least it's some offset to the commercial real estate prices that are going to be tanking for the next few years. But why are homes going up, brother?
Uh, Direct correlation to interest rates being low. Okay, people can afford, they can afford more house. That's why houses are going up for sale. There's bidding wars on just about every listing. They're selling quickly, and it's because people can afford more. It's a good time to buy.
So, my father was a retired cop, but then he became a spec house speculator, and he used to buy like triangle shaped lots and corner lots and try to squeeze two houses facing. He was an odd lot buyer. And he used to say, if you see something you really like, just call up and, it's selling for 200. Just call up and say, you could close in 7 days for 150, and that's your bid, right? So for years, I've missed a million deals, right? But I've hit some where they just take the bid, right? And you got to be ready to close. Recently, I've been looking at houses in Florida, trying that tactic, and every single house owner is like, "No, we want list.
Yeah.
There's no bargains."
And you know what? They say they want list, and they're not waiting long, and they're getting it. So yeah, it's the sellers haven't really. They're starting to now, but for the first couple months they weren't really catching up to how good this market was, and houses were selling for above list. And if you have interest, you gotta move quick. Rates are low. If you have good credit, the rates are ridiculously low. So
So
yeah,
yeah, I guess there's a lot of cheap money out there. But you said a key thing that a lot of people don't necessarily realize. That cheap money is only available to the perfecto candidate. 700 credit score, 52 weeks, 3 years worth of perfect tax returns, no liens, no judgment, no blah 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 blah. Right? And then
yeah,
to me, Dan, and I like when our viewers kind of learn stuff, and I know we're kind of from the same cloth in this way. Like, there's no possible way you could be successful if you don't have access to money. So the access is there for the best credit scores, but once you go down one level, the banks the qualified guys don't care about you no more. And
no.
then you got this sea of serpents out there who are brokers trying to get you cleaned up, right?
Yep, yeah, no, banks, they're still licking their wounds from 10 years ago. So you have to have good credit. And coming off this pandemic, they're they're checking to make sure you're still employed, if you're self-employed, if you're still bringing in money, because there's a lot of people that, as we know, were affected and they were out of work or reduced work, reduced income. So they're checking very closely. They're not just accepting tax returns. They want to know, all right, are you currently employed? This month, are you employed? And how much, how much are you making? Is it reduced? And so, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's a good market. You can get great rates, but you got to qualify.
So let me ask you this: when you talk to people, over at Milestone Wealth Management, would you say a new home purchase is one of the biggest investments people make for themselves?
Absolutely. I mean, especially your family home where you're going to live. It's. I don't believe home ownership is what it was 30 years ago. As far as if you're renting, you're throwing money away. I want to buy a second home in Florida. Is it worth buying or should I rent? I don't think buying is the home run. It's been for 30 years.
Yeah,
There's a cost of ownership, that
agreed.
skyrocketed.
Ag-
But generally speaking, your home where you're going to live in, yeah, that's the single biggest investment. So yeah, but it's not, home ownership in real estate isn't what it used to be. Still very good if you can find the deals and you have good credit, but generally speaking, yeah, it's not always the case. I have clients who, I say, hey, you're better off renting.
So, yeah, I get that. I get that one. Let me ask you this: you and I here and there joke around about Bitcoin. Took a shellacking last week, and one of the single biggest purchases Tesla has made now is 1.5 billion of their treasury cash into Bitcoin, which caused a big run up. Then Musk comes out and says, "Whoa, it may be a little too high." The thing comes back down, which makes me think he's probably looking to buy more.
Yeah, I mean, he makes the investment. Before he makes the investment, he tweets out about Bitcoin. So that alone makes the price go up. He makes the investment. After he makes the investment, he goes, "Hey, the price is kind of high." So, I don't know if he's dumb like a fox or he just doesn't care because he doesn't have, he's got so much money. But, you stake a large part of your company into Bitcoin and then you talk about it and the price jumps around. But you're absolutely right. That's the biggest reason. And Bitcoin, it shot up so much the last couple of months that a little bit of a pullback, just like, I don't know, we're not talking about it, just like the tech stocks, a little bit of a pullback may be healthy.
Yeah, no, right. A little consolidation at these levels, I wouldn't mind to build a base because the charts like this and the short seller inside me is like, if I saw that chart on anything, I would be short it without even asking what it was.
Yeah, you're seeing what the NASDAQ, has done the last couple of days. So,
yeah.
But, and that's okay. I don't think it's a problem. I think it's just a little consolidation, a little profit taking. And again, I'm not a Bitcoin guy, and you know that, but it's probably something similar, and he certainly accelerated that with his comments.
No question. And this isn't a perfect science. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't play one on TV. I do share my trades with the audience, and I can't get in trouble for that. But I look at the Dow because I'm an old school guy, and then the NASDAQ is usually up or down about half the Dow, and then the S&P is down about up or down about a fourth. So I think in my head like a mean range is whatever the Dow's down, NASDAQ's half of that, S&P's 1/4 of that, right? Yeah. There's this big dislocation right now with NASDAQ. We only got 30 seconds left, but could people find some value here?
Yeah, if you're patient. I mean, I think the consolidation that's going on, the last couple of days can go on, a little more.
Okay.
So I'm not saying, jump in, but generally speaking, everything I've told you the last couple of weeks, I believe that we're looking at a good, summer, fall. So after this little consolidation period, I think we're going to be okay.
All right. You heard it here first. Dan Hernandez from Milestone joins us every Tuesday. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being there. Quick break. Back after this with Dr. John DeMarini.